I don't know if you guys have noticed or not, but there's been a ton of Yeezys dropping recently. So today is all about Yeezy sneakers. We're going to be taking a look at some of the pairs that dropped recently, as well as an early pair which is going to be dropping, I think, later this month. Oh, except for the weird dusty pair of knit runners that dropped recently. Those kind of had a little weird shock drop, so yeah, I don't have those. And mixed in there is a pair I got recently, which I think might be steal of the year for me. I'm super excited to get into this, so let's just hop into the first one. We're gonna start off nice and light. No box for this one because I literally just did a review on this, which is up on the channel if you want to see. Probably one of my most anticipated pairs of Yeezys for this month. Of course, it is the Yeezy MNVN 700 Analog. I think the main sentiment I've heard from people getting this pair of sneakers in hand is that, whoa, I didn't expect to like these this much. I'm just loving the colorway, all over white with the black. I think it just goes perfectly on the MNVN model. Again, I just generally think, like, if you have the opportunity to pick these things up for retail or potentially maybe even under retail, I think it's a solid option. This is just a comfortable, like, slip-on everyday type of sneaker. And look at that, they stay up all by themselves now. No more kind of pulling them out of the box and they're flat and scrunched down. Like, you remember the laced versions of the MNVNs that did that? Either way, we're not going to spend too much time on this one because, again, I did do a full review. So if you want to check these things out in detail, go and check that video out. But let's keep it moving. This is a pair that I did unfortunately have to pay resale on. We got a pair of Yeezy slides. This is actually a colorway that I've never had, and you'll be pretty surprised because I think it's like one of the most restocked pairs. The pure colorway, man, I actually really like this one. Nothing crazy, but the one thing that I really wanted to get this pair in for was the fact that I actually sized up on these. I wanted to kind of do a little sizing video on just like comparing the sizes with all of the different Yeezy slides. Actually, why don't I just try this on now? That is a much better fit. If you're wearing socks, I think it's going to be a perfect fit sized up. I just remember I got the resins and they were like pretty tight and my heel was kind of falling off the back. Literally colorway to colorway of the Yeezy slide is different. Wild to say, but the more colorways I'm actually getting in hand of the Yeezy slide is actually crazy to see and try it out for myself. So yeah, I picked up the pures. All right, this next one is super exciting because I believe it's like a first for the channel, a used pair of sneakers. I don't normally ever buy used sneakers, but I saw this one and it was like too good of a deal to pass up on. So it's a pair of Yeezy 500. You can tell that like the box is a bit dinged up. And when I saw the images of this sneaker online, I was like, man, they hardly look worn at all. And the price tag was super low. So I was like, let me just see what happens. Let me buy them and just see what happens. I get them in and take a look at this, guys, because this is actually pretty mind-blowing, at least to me personally. This is the Yeezy 500 Bone, the original pair from 2019. The shoes themselves, let me show you guys because this is insane. I think this is like steal of the year for me because as you can see, if you guys take a look, they're pretty much brand new. Now, in the listing, the guy said that he literally just tried them on, walked around the house with them, and then discovered like, yeah, these are too small for me, so I'm gonna sell them. 3 years later, I don't know why he didn't sell them sooner, but like, as you can see underneath, there's a little bit of wear, but like, if I washed that, that would come right off. Like, these are practically brand new. There's like a few marks around the midsole. Like, every kind of scuff or mark on this pair of shoes could be wiped off, literally. I just feel like it's such a crazy deal. I paid £150 for this, so that is under retail. And I'm not entirely sure what these are going for on the aftermarket. I can't even remember whether this bone colorway restocked or not. The seller hasn't been wearing them around because as you can see, like the little tag plastic thing is still on the shoe. So obviously the tag is removed. Yeah, there's a couple small things that make it, I guess, not brand new. So he couldn't sell them on like GOAT or StockX. But as far as like a steal, this is insane. And yes, they are 100% real. I feel like maybe there's a lot more steals out there when it comes to like all of the prices of sneakers dropping. Either way, that is one of my most exciting pickups recently. Just wanted to show you guys. Let's keep it moving. All right, we got a pair here, which I've been meaning to check out. I told you guys I'm gonna get this pair in, and of course we did. We got another pair of 700s. This one doesn't have any boost on the side, so I'm sure you guys know exactly what this one is. Oh man, these are pretty dope. This is the Yeezy 700 fade salt. This is actually a little bit nicer than I was expecting. Like one of the first times ever on a Yeezy 700 V3, they've actually changed the inner sock piece. I know that the copper fades had a little bit of a different color, but this is like dramatic change. Like it makes a big difference on this 700 V3 for them to change this color from all over black to a lighter gray. You can already get like some of the best colorways for retail. Like, I don't know, I mean, maybe these are a little bit more than just retail, but like if you had to choose between these two, which one are you taking? Probably this one. And underneath on the sole, you can see that orange, that highlighter orange peeking out from the midsole, which looks so crazy. I actually wonder what color this one glows because they've been changing it up a little bit. Let me just quickly test that out. Damn, it's a bright green. Take a look at that. Yeah, a really nice pair of 700 V3s. I'm not entirely sure if these are like reselling or anything like that. I can't imagine because I picked these things up like a couple hours after the main release. They were hanging about online. So if you do like this colorway, you should be able to pick these things up for retail, potentially even below. All right, let's get into the next one. God, this one is heavy. Probably the one that I'm like most excited to actually see in hand. Oh my lord, this is wild, bruh. Look at that. That is crazy. Wow, look at that colorway. It is insane. Look at the bottom. That is just straight highlighter orange. It's not my favorite, but like just looking at it, I think it does kind of go with the Quantum. Is this a Kanye colorway or is this an Adidas colorway? Which I think we're all just guessing now at this point. For like almost every new Yeezy release, we're like, did Kanye approve this one or is this just Adidas? You can see that crazy orange just kind of bleeding into the upper material. You've got the Nubug on the top, which is really rough this time as opposed to the soft suede that you used to find. That is such hard suede, it almost feels like rubber, whereas the old one used to have that fluffy, nice one. I don't know, maybe that's just a difference between the lifestyle version and this one being a basketball version. Let me know what you think of this one. I really wish that they dropped the all over orange pair because even though that one is a wild colorway, I think I would actually keep that pair. I think I would actually rock that orange pair. Final one, this is actually a pair of Yeezys that is going to be dropping later this month, I think. All right, guys, we've got a Yeezy 500. An interesting colorway that I wanted to check out for the fall time. Here we go. This is the Yeezy 500 Taupe Black, I think this one's called. And we haven't had a 500 high in a minute. And yes, you still get extra laces, and that is just the same color, I believe, that is on here. The ones that you get on the shoe are elasticated, as we're used to seeing now, and you get an infinity style, so it's all just kind of, yeah, locked up over there. Suede feels super hard. This one feels really nice in terms of the actual materials used. This is a solid pair. I'm pretty sure the original release date on these things was back in September, but they got pushed back, and now I think they should be dropping this month, but I don't know. I thought it'd be a great pair of shoes for the fall time. So yeah, I'm probably gonna end up doing a review on these things. Let me know what you think. The latest Yeezy 500 high looking equipped and ready for the fall season. Something that I just noticed is this weird like fading on the material. This has gotta be like quality control or something because that just looks weird. Like look at those neoprene parts, like it looks really faded, like it's almost got paint on it or something. Maybe that's why these things are delayed, because the quality control is terrible. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, maybe it's just this pair, I don't know. But that is pretty much it. That's all the sneakers I caught. Thank you so much guys for coming through, hanging out for yet again another one. Thank you for liking, commenting, and of course subscribing. I'll catch you guys in the next one. But until then,